When is the best time to buy a house in Mississauga? I get asked this question a lot, and while timing the market is extremely difficult to do and really should just be avoided, I thought we could explore it in today's video. So stick around because you're gonna learn about the best and worst times to buy a house in Mississauga and how you can make the most out of your home buying journey. What's going on? It's Vazquez here. I'm a realtor in Mississauga with years of experience helping clients buy and sell properties throughout the GTA. I put out videos on this channel to help you make the most informed decision and give you all the information that you need on your buying and selling journey. Now, speaking of buying and selling, if you are thinking of buying or selling a house here in Mississauga or anywhere in the GTA, please feel free to reach out to me. You can shoot me a text or an email or book a one-on-one call with me. The link will be in the description below. I would absolutely love to answer any questions that you have and help you make a smooth and successful move. Also, before we get into it, if you find some value in this video, please just hit that like button and consider subscribing to the channel if you want to learn more about real estate here in Mississauga and the GTA in general. Oh, and by the way, if you want to search for homes in the GTA, I'll have a link down in the description where you can look at homes. It's more up to date than realtor.ca, so you can keep yourself up to date with what's actually going on in the market with the new homes that are available. So go check that out if you're interested in that. Now, with all of that out of the way, let's get straight into the video. So back to the initial question, when is the best time to buy a house in Mississauga? If you think about it, I would say that 30 years ago was probably the best time to buy. And the next best time to buy would be today. But seriously, in all honesty, I do want to start the video off with the caveat that the best time to buy a house is whenever you are ready to buy a house. When things in your life are at that point where you're ready to buy and you're financially able to buy and it's not going to cause a lot of stress and stuff in your life, that is when you should pull the trigger and buy a house. You really shouldn't be trying to time the market or waiting for the market to crash before you buy. It's extremely difficult to do that. Like I said in the intro, timing the market is really hard. The people that say they time the market really just got lucky for the most part. No one has a crystal ball. It's really hard to time the market, so you should probably just avoid that. But if you're in that position in your life where you're financially ready to buy, you're mentally ready to buy, then that is the right time to buy for you. And if you're in that spot, then give me a call. But you didn't click on this video to watch me talk about how the best time to buy is when you're ready to buy. So if you want to learn how to time the market, then let's talk about it. Simply put, the best time to buy is when there are not a lot of other people looking to buy. Speaking in broad generalities, it's better to buy when you're in a buyer's market. I'm sure you've heard that term before. That's when there are a lot of listings available, but not as many buyers available. So you have all the power, you have all the negotiating room, and you have a lot more choice in what kind of home you're gonna buy. Now, we haven't really seen a buyer's market in the GTA for a very long time. It's pretty much been a seller's market the whole time, and that's basically just because there haven't been that many listings. Supply has always been a problem here, and it continues to be a problem today. And when it's a seller's market, there just isn't enough supply to meet the demand. And that's when you see multiple offers on homes and homes selling for asking and all that fun stuff that we are used to here in the GTA. Now, with that being said, and that's kind of where we are in the market right now, it's a seller's market. You could just try and wait until it becomes a buyer's market because, you know, what comes up must come down. Maybe it'll become a buyer's market soon, but that's not really a reliable strategy. The fundamentals of Mississauga and the GTA in general are there. It looks like real estate is going to continue to increase over the next few decades, and that's just what we've been seeing over the last few decades, and that's not really a strategy that I would recommend. There's just a lot of people moving into this area in Canada and not enough supply of homes. They're not really building homes quick enough to meet all the new people that are going to be moving here. People aren't selling their homes as much. So as the demand continues to be high or even increases with all the new influx of immigrants that we're getting and supply continues to remain low, we're going to see prices continue to go up. So waiting for it to become a buyer's market is not really the strategy that you should employ. Now, of course, this can change if all of a sudden there is a ton of listings that hit the market or something happens where demand basically evaporates, like people don't want to come to the GTA anymore, or some crazy thing happens where everyone just wants to leave Ontario or leave the GTA, then of course that can change and we can be thrown into a buyer's market. But for the foreseeable future, doesn't look like that's gonna happen. Of course, anything is possible, but it's probably unlikely. And if you just look at the past 5 decades in the GTA and look at how prices have performed, generally prices in the GTA double every 10 years. And you can look over the last 5 decades and see that that is true. And again, that will likely continue going forward. I mean, who knows if they'll actually double every 10 years going forward, but still, just the imbalance of supply and demand is probably going to lead to prices continuing to go up and us continuing to be in a seller's market. So again, waiting for a buyer's market might not be the best strategy. So let's get off the broad generalities, Rent, and talk about what you could do year to year to kind of try and time the market by looking at the seasonal trends. So going in line with the concept that the best time to buy is when less people are looking, if you just look at the regular seasonal trends that we see here in the GTA, you can see when people are more likely to buy and sell and when people are less likely to buy and sell, and you can kind of try and time the market that way. So a typical year will start pretty slow. So in January, there usually isn't too much activity in the real estate market. As February rolls around, things start to pick up, and then going into the spring market, things pick up a lot. And I'm sure you know spring is the busiest time of the year. That's when the most people put their home up for sale and the most buyers are out looking to buy. And then summer will come around, usually around July and August. Things will kind of lull a little bit. Most people are out focusing on vacations and enjoying the good weather and stuff. They're not really focusing on moving, so the market kind of slows down a little bit in the summer. And then when we hit the fall, usually about the second week of September, after everyone's back in school and everyone's kind of settled in with work and stuff, the market does start to pick up again. It gets like a second wind for that year, and things do pick up a little bit. And that'll usually last until about the end of November or so, and then December usually is a little bit slower as well, and then it goes back into January, and that cycle continues. Now, I'm sure you know competition here in Mississauga and the GTA is a real thing. You're going to be competing with other buyers for the most part, depending on the neighborhood and the house and all that stuff, but competition is a thing. So with that logic, the worst time to buy would be in the spring and the fall, because that's when most people are looking. And the best time to buy would be in the winter and the summer, because that's when less buyers are out. And if there's less buyers out looking for homes, you're gonna have less competition. Now, there is a flip side to doing that you do have to consider. If you're gonna be looking when there's less buyers out, that's better for you because you're gonna have less competition, but there will generally be less listings at that time, so you'll have less homes to choose from. And honestly, in a situation like the GTA where supply is just really limited almost all the time, you're probably still gonna have to compete even in the down seasons, but there might be less offers than you're used to if you've only been trying to buy in the spring and the fall. So it's a trade-off that you have to make. You have to decide if that's worth it for you. You could buy when there's less competition, but you'll probably have less selection, or you could buy in the busier times of the year where there's more selection, but you're gonna be competing with a lot more buyers. But if you're wondering when the best time to buy is and you're trying to get a really good deal on the house, I would recommend looking when there are less people looking, because less competition gives you a little bit more power where you can try and negotiate and get a better deal for yourself. Now, even in the busy seasons, you can find great deals still and negotiate a good deal on the house that you wanna buy, sometimes even without competition. You just have to know what houses to target. So there is specific strategies that you can use that can help you get a good deal on the house. So you don't even really have to worry about timing the market. You could just find a great deal at any point in the market, but you do need to know what to look for. If you want more information on that, just reach out to me. I'd be happy to share that info with you directly. Another tip for you, if you want to try and time the market a little bit, is to put in offers the week following a rate hike from the Bank of Canada. Whenever they announce a rate hike, there's always kind of a lull in the market where showings start to dry up. Buyers kind of get a little bit scared, a little bit uncertain, and they don't go out and look at homes and put in offers and all that stuff. That is the perfect time for you to capitalize on a seller that saw the same announcement as you. They see that the rates are going up. They're going to get a little bit worried if they see the showings start to dry up on their listing. Then they might be more willing to entertain an offer if you submit it the week following a rate hike. In a situation like that, you can usually negotiate a little bit of a better deal for yourself, so definitely try that if you are looking to get a great deal and you're trying to time the market a little bit. So to recap, the best time to buy a house is to buy a house when less people are looking, but with the caveat that you're gonna have less selection. But if getting a good deal on your next home is your main priority, then I would suggest doing that, looking when there are not as many other buyers looking. Now, the market changes a lot week to week, and what is working today may not work a month from now. So because of that, it's super important to work with a knowledgeable real estate agent who has their finger on the pulse on the market and can advise you accordingly on what's actually working and what you need to do in the market of the moment. And that's what I'm here for. So with that, if you are thinking of buying or selling a house, please reach out to me. You could text me, email me, or book a one-on-one call with me. The link will be in the description below. I'd love to answer any questions that you have and help you make a smooth and successful move. I hope you found some value in this video. If you did, please just hit that like button and consider subscribing so you don't miss out on any future videos. Also, like I said at the top, if you want to look for homes, check out the link in the description. You'll be able to see homes updated in real time and get access to them before anyone else does. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.